Hi, hi, my name's Mo, or my name is Phantom Mo. I go by Phantom Mo. I go by Mo, something which is the end of Phantom Mo. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? I also go by Fizzy Dude, you know what I'm saying? Because that's my username in games and stuff like that. Hold on, let me. It's kind of processing in my head, like what I'm actually doing right now, like recording my voice for like an actual video for the first time. Hold on, bro. Let me set this up. Because audio can be a little messy. You feel me? I gotta make sure the audio's on point. Of course, of course. So with that, you gotta make sure you know what I'm saying that of course, you feel me? Hold on. If I do this, I don't know if like that's a lot of pressure on just my head. I don't know if this is gonna work out, but hold on, let me bring my game right here. All right. I don't have them YouTuber wall. I just kissed my mic. Uh, them YouTuber wall thingy mabobs. What do they call those? Them like sound. I muted myself. All right. I don't have one of them YouTuber sound dampers, so I'm just going. You know what I'm saying? Be under my blanket and stuff. But yeah, this is the third video on my channel. But it's kind of a video that initially I didn't know what to make. I knew I wanted to make something Sonic related, right? Because you know previous two videos were as well. But I kind of want to just talk about things and things that I've been thinking about, things have gone on recently, and things that are gonna be happening very soon. And by very soon, I'm tomorrow. But I don't know what to start out with. I guess I don't know. Uh, I'm gonna just start. I'm gonna end off with a more somber esque note, but let's start off with like the main thing, if you will, or not the main thing, but one thing that I wanted to make into its own video, which would have been the fourth video on my channel. But yeah, I plan on streaming. I plan on streaming throughout the month of Ramadan. Throughout throughout the month of Ramadan, and I heard a boom. What the heck was that? Anywho, I plan on streaming throughout the run, throughout the month of Ramadan, and I really wanted. Originally, I was gonna like think of some plans and stuff like that, but then I was like, wait, hold on. Let me think on it. Let me think about it like on audio. Can well, I guess snap of the finger. I guess there you go. You know what I'm saying? Now you see this whole thing, my Bob. You feel me? Let's move this over here. What am I watching right now? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Anywho, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Anywho, let's go over here, right? Notepad. This is what it was. Thing. Let's do capital T things I want to do on stream. Uh, so keep in mind, uh, these things I'm gonna do throughout stream. And once again, I want to stream throughout the entirety of uh Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? I want to stream throughout the entirety of Ramadan. Uh, and yeah, so these and I want to saying throughout that time become a better person and learn to do a couple things and just do things. I've already set my mind on this probably like near the very end of like February, like last couple of days of February. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it during Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? 30 days, so or like at least around there. And I'm pretty sure I might continue afterwards. But yeah, um, let me talk about some of the things that I want to do. Let me talk about some of the things that I wanted to do, play, try, stuff like that. Um, first thing I okay. First thing, it's not really like the first thing, but something that's been on my mind. Um, I have a lot of things on my mind. What the heck am I doing? No, no. It's like I'm over here thinking I can control Z. I forgot this is Notepad. I'm over here saying like I knew Notepad would do that. things I want to do on stream. I don't think that was exactly what I wrote, but that's fine. Let's just get this one out the way. One thing, Fortnite. Recently got it, or recently downloaded it for the previous season, and now there's this newer season, which is like Greek mythology, and it's okay. You know, I do like the wing concept, but that's the only thing I'm really like hyped about. I don't really see too much of like the skins that I'm like really looking at. Maybe Korra, but I still really don't really care. I wish it was Aang, to be honest. I'm really waiting for that JJK stuff. So let's put a little boop JJK stuff, especially. You feel me? Okay. Next thing, SRB2. Now, I've already done an SRB2 cart video. I haven't done an SRB2 video. I'm probably not. But SRB2 P3, well, it's just P, but basically, you know, I know Persona 3 recently came out, Persona 3 Reloaded, you know, the remake, you know what I'm saying? Is it remaster or remake? I think it's just remake. Uh, I think it's just remake. The remake came out. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, like it and stuff like that. Cool. I don't got it, and I've played the original, and I need to get my get back. Some of y'all don't know what it is. Excuse me, all of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm saying. I do, and I need my get back. So you know what I'm saying. Hey, I'm gonna strictly say Nuzlocke slash near Nuzlocke ish. That's probably not how you would spell Nuzlocke ish, but I do want to play that. I think that's pretty cool. Let me think. You know, let's just look at the games that we got. Let's look at the game. Also, other fan games, just probably Sonic Frontiers. To be honest, I feel like Sonic Frontiers is probably gonna be Frontiers. Just when I'm bored, probably play that. Um, maybe Yomi Hustle, but it's not really much to do on there except just fight. You know what I'm saying? I could find my homies. Risk of Rain 2 is a good one. Risk of Rain 2, that's a good one. That's a good one. You feel me? Uh um Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead's one of them. If the homies want to. Left 4 Dead 2 is specifically if the homies want to. Excuse me. My dad. Of course, of course, of course. Um I absolutely want to play Lethal Company with the boys. Lethal Company. Yeah, we played a couple. One of my homies haven't played it, so you know what I'm saying. Grand Blue Fantasy. What am I doing, bro? Grand Blue Fantasy versus. That's also one. Excuse me, not versus. Excuse me. Rising. There you go. I said rigging. Rising. Um, Maybe just some Sonic fan games. Sonic fan games. Just in general. Maybe some like Sonic GT, which I have played, but I really like. Um, I want to do like chill sessions. Just like chill sessions. Where like we just like play games in the background and have audio or something to talk about in the background. You know what I'm saying? So like it'll basically just be like me like probably playing like some Roblox stuff. Just like maybe like Gunfight Arena, which I usually do, and then just have like audio in the background because I really don't care what happens in Gunfight Arena. Um, I'm not gonna lie, Roblox games, yeah. I would say Sorcerer's Battlegrounds, but you know what I mean. And to be honest, mainly just Neo Soccer League, but like you know, just games in general. You know, the strongest battlegrounds, them type of stuff. Maybe Dragon Soul. Maybe Dragon Soul. Maybe you know what I'm saying in the background instead of always just certain things. You feel me? Let me see. Let me see. Maybe Sonic Adventure 2. But it's a like it's a whack port because it keeps crashing on me. You know what I mean? So it's like, what's really the point? You feel me? Also, I just realized this. I haven't even thought about this. Minecraft, yeah, Minecraft, yeah. You know, what I mean, modded Minecraft, hold on, modded especially. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how you spell especially. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that one's a good one. That was a good one. What was the one I was just thinking about? It was on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. Like, I don't, I don't know. Right. Okay, wait. Okay, Roblox is yeah. Modern Minecraft, yeah. I could do YouTube reactions too. Hold on. YouTube reactions too. Maybe like some Twitter reactions with no zero as well. Other than that, like, what is there to play? M- Maybe Fall Guys. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I don't. Ooh, that was the one. I want to play Pokemon. There's like a Pokemon like box lock, whatever you call it. I don't know. Basically, when you have like a PC box of Pokemon and those are your only Pokemon, it was a draft pick. It was a draft pick, and I haven't completed it. And I only think I think I only beat like one gym, and it'd be kind of cool to do that like on stream and stuff like that. That would be really cool. But yeah, I think it's of like black and white. I think. But yeah, uh, overall, that's kind of just the things that I've wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Once again, let me just kind of squeeze it right here. Maybe SRB2. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing maybe SRB2. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing SRB2 cars, and stuff like that. I haven't played that in a minute. In a minute. You feel me? Um, but yeah, that's the first thing I wanted to talk about, right? That is involves the future segment of the video. So good job. Y'all already made it through. Whoop de doo. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. Uh Also to mention, while I'm streaming, I'm probably not gonna be uploading videos. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be uploading videos throughout Ramadan. I'm probably gonna just make it to where even though I did want to, or like even though I did want to start uploading videos, Ramadan came around and I was like, you know what, let me spend that time to kind of like, you know, focus on myself and stuff like that. And, you know, just in case if I'm doing anything haram, which I don't know, nor do I think, I don't know if I am, but you know what I'm saying, just in case if I'm even doing anything bad or anything bad pops up in videos, stuff like that, or I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So like I don't know, just streams, it's just like it allows me also to just focus on myself. You know what I mean? um that's probably the, you know, the main thing, at least right now in my mind. Like, yeah, it does give me more time to, you know, focus on myself, and I can, instead of focusing on, you know, recording and editing videos or editing the videos that I already have recorded and stuff like that. You might see some homies, you know what I'm saying, that's dependent, all dependent on them, and if they want to. You'll probably also be seeing this video the day I'm streaming, which, or like, you know, which is probably the 10th, the evening of the 10th, in America at least. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe if you're across the world watching this, and if you're in the Middle East, you're probably thinking, yo, what is going on? Or maybe you're in Asia and you're like, what is going on? But American time, it's like probably the 10th, you know what I'm saying? Evening. I'll probably only be streaming for like 1 to 2 hours, maybe like 3 or 4 if I'm really feeling it. But you know what I mean? It's definitely something that I want to do. I want to try it. I want to test. Let's keep it a stack, right? There's probably people watching this from the future, but like, is anyone really going to be watching my streams in that moment? Probably not. I'm probably going to be streaming to zero viewers, maybe a couple of homies watching. But you know, I realized, I'm sitting back, so y'all can't really hear my crispy voice. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't hear the crispy audio, first of all. So let me, you know, let me set up right. You know what I'm saying? And B, um, you know, I realized that I'm probably going to be streaming to like zero people, maybe like family and friends that are watching, but that's pretty much it. You know, I'm probably not going to get a lot of traction, but it doesn't matter, right? It's kind of cool stuff to archive. I've always been an archive kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? Where I like to preserve history and stuff like that, in the sense of, you know, just keeping things around, like even like the small mistakes. Well, you know, it's a part of history, you know what I'm saying? First of this, or the first of that, the last of that, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to destroy it based off of just, you know, them type of things. You feel me? Terraria could be a game, to be honest. Another, let me just throw that on there. All right, maybe Terraria. Oh, maybe Terraria. I was almost like, how do you spell Terraria? It's right there. Um, I don't have Street Fighter 6. Stop tempting me, man. What the? Oh, oh, it's my mouse. I was like, bro, my mouse be dying recently, bro. I might have to get a new one, which is kind of sad because this was my first mouse. But it's like, dang, bro, that's tough, bro. What do I play? I think that's it. Unless y'all want the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, which I haven't finished. I don't think there's many things that I could really play. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, now let's talk about now. This is probably the part where it's like finished. I don't know what time I'm gonna start streaming. I'll probably throw it up right now. Actually, you know what? You're right here, bro. Let's look it up. Like, I'm not even gonna make myself do all that. I'm probably gonna base it off of prayer times. Okay, so probably around like what, 8, 9, probably 9. I think nine's a good time. You know what I'm saying? The stilettos. Uh, and yeah. Um, yeah, that's the first part that I wanted to just talk about. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about me streaming, and that's one thing that I wanted to announce and stuff like that. But there's something else that I wanted to talk about that's been on my mind, and this is kind of a little bit more of the somber part of it. Because it's, you know, 3/9, 2024. Y'all know what I might be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Just a couple of days ago, 2 days ago actually. Let me actually go under, check my blanket again. Hold on. But yeah. So essentially, it was like 2 days ago, the 7th. I think the 7th at night, I'm pretty sure. Um we got the letter from the official Dragon Ball website and Bird Studios, which is Akira Toriyama's production company. I never even knew that, but he passed away. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying, to the goat, and my condolences to his family and friends. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I hope they're okay. You know what I'm saying? Many of y'all probably know the news. Died from a acute subdermal hematoma. The fact I remember that just shows how much people were talking about it. And it's been all over the news, it's been all over Twitter. Like, it's been a big thing within like anime, gaming, and just all around pop culture. Like, it's been a big effect. And in a lot of different communities. I know the Hispanic community suffering, you know what I'm saying? I know black community feeling, you know what I'm saying, down in the dumps about this too, you feel me? And it's just like, it is sad, right? But it's also like, the thing this is the best way I can put it, right? I don't mean to be rude when I say this, so hear me out, right? I don't it's sad news, right? It's sad news. But I feel like a lot of people wouldn't be as sad and be more like celebrating his life rather than feeling sad if he had ended the series by now. You know what I mean? Or if he had ended the series by now and there was nothing new. You know what I mean? And I know what you're thinking. Well, this isn't just about Dragon Ball and stuff like that. And you know what I mean by the series? I mean Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? And it's also like, it's not just about Dragon Ball. It's mainly about him and him passing away and stuff like that. But what is like the number one thing that you hear whenever you hear about him passing away and stuff like that? You hear about his influence. You hear about his influence. You hear about, you know, the impact that he's landed. And that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about, is something that's been like on my mind recently, and its impact. Like, aside from, and this is like the most simplest way I can put it, aside from like world leaders and like conquerors and stuff like that, this is like the first time I think that I can confidently say someone has made such a drastic impact on so many people's lives, probably more than world leaders, in my opinion, right? And like obviously you have like other like people like Stephen, I think his name is Stephen Hilberg, which is the who's the creator of SpongeBob and stuff like that. And Stan Lee, who's the creator of beloved Marvel heroes like Spider-Man and stuff like that. But saying you have to understand that it's one of those things where he was an inspiration for a lot of people. Even like some of the top mangakas today saw him as a teacher and were inspired by him. You know what I mean? And I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that it's been hard for me to really think about somebody who in modern like recent history, right? In modern recent history who has made a bigger impact than Akira Toriyama. You know what I mean? And it's kind of one of those things that is like you like even if it's like an athlete, right? Say Kobe Bryant when he passed away, that was a big thing. And say in the future when Michael Jordan passes away, that's going to be a big thing too. And the same way how even other like story, authors like Stan Lee when they passed away, it was a big thing. But something about this, for some reason, hits so hard and is, in my opinion, a way more like larger scale like loss to people. You know what I mean? Because it's like you have to understand when I say that this guy has made an impact, he has made an impact, right? If one, there's like probably like five that I can list right now, right? One is the industry, right? Like so many tropes that he's probably pioneered or even created has now bled into other animated series. Like how the main character is strong and buff and stuff like that. Like you look at Asta, why does Asta need to be strong as hell? Like why does he need to be buff or like swole? But he is. Like you know what I mean? It's like show like that concept of shonen is such a big thing now because of him. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff and the funny, humorous stuff about that's added into shonen is because of him. You know what I mean? And you look at it, and I don't know. It's just he's impacted the industry, right? To where now a lot of mangakas are now influenced by him as well. You see what I'm saying? His art style is recognizable. You know what I'm saying? Even in video games, you look at Dragon Quest, you're like, wait a minute, I know that art style. You know what I mean? Even outside of the dragon relation, you know what I mean? You look at something like Chrono Trigger, you're like, hold on a minute. All right, back. Sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? Family and stuff, you feel me? Wasn't even that long though. Oh no, the blankets moved to one layer. I folded it before. Um, but where was I? I was talking about Akira Toriyama's influence in terms of, or his impact on the industry, and his influence has even bled into other series. Like you look at Sonic the Hedgehog, clearly inspired even by Dragon Ball, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, let me get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, um, you look at something like Sonic the Hedgehog, and even then, like you know what I'm saying, clearly inspired by Dragon Ball. You see even some of the original concept arts of Super Sonic, and it's a clear like just copy of Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? It's clearly inspired, and like even if you try to take away like Dragon Ball and Super Saiyan and its influence, we have Supersonic today. And who knows, we may not, have like some of the transformations and like that we have today. Transformations may not even be such a big thing, you know what I mean? Or at least the way that they are in that, you know what I'm saying, context or in the franchise, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You look at the impact that he's had on like redefining anime's image. Because anime back in the day was, you know what I'm saying, seen as weird stuff. Like, why would you watch that? but everyone and their moms watched Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? It's like it's one of those things. Like even if you didn't, you knew about Goku. And if you heard someone say that, oh, like I watch Dragon Ball, you're not looking at them like they're like a weird anime fan. You're like, yeah, I mean, I'd probably watch Dragon Ball too. I don't know, you know what I mean? Or like, yeah, I know me people who watch Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball, cool. It was one of those things where it was like the Pokemon anime where it transcended anime itself, but I feel like it was anime enough to where it still felt like you were watching anime. So it was kind of just considered the cool anime, you know what I mean? Or like the anime that like it was acceptable to watch and stuff, you feel me? Uh And yeah, so it completely redefined that. And I don't think if it wasn't for Dragon Ball, the anime would be nearly as widespread and mainstream. You know what I mean? The way that it's affected, you know what I'm saying, uh, people's lives. Like when you genuinely think about it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you see a lot of people talking about how much Dragon Ball has influenced their lives, and I'm also a part of that group. Like, bro, like me and my brother, like prior to the news, like just a couple of days ago, or maybe even that day, I don't know when the news dropped. I don't know when exactly, but me and my brother were just talking about like, yo, like Dragon Ball. Like we were talking about Broly. We were talking about I remember us watching like, you know what I'm saying, like a marathon of like the movies that was on TV at one time. You know what I'm saying? And then we were watching like the Broly movie, you know what I'm saying? Broly the legendary Super Saiyan. And bro, we were just in awe. He was so cool. You know what I mean? I remember seeing Super Saiyan for the first time. We were like, yo, he got Vegeta's hair. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We was geeking out and stuff. We remember seeing Trunks for the first time, and I thought he was the coolest character. My brother already knew who he was, and he was like just like I guess like reliving the reaction, you know what I'm saying? Or seeing it for the first time himself, but also, you know, living through like my reactions of like seeing him and like, you know, was saying like learning about him, you know what I'm saying? Or like learning about him for the first time, you feel what I'm saying? Which is the same thing as I said before, just didn't put the learning part, I don't know. But yeah. Um but yeah, we were just talking about it, and it unlocked a memory in my, or not unlocked a memory, but like it reminded me of like a core memory that I think about whenever it comes to our childhood. You know what I mean? Like it affected us so much to where like even like when we were kids, we had our own like transformations, we had our own moves inspired by, you know what I'm saying, Dragon Ball, you know, moves and stuff like that. I'm not even gonna say what it was, but you feel what I'm saying. We had our own characters, you know what I mean, that was also inspired by that. It was one of those things like Sonic, and it was one of those things like Pokemon that like whenever we fought, or like whenever we were just playing around with each other, you know what I'm saying, like it was something that, you know what I'm saying, always derived from, you know, either Sonic or Pokemon, but mainly, you know, the ones I remember, especially back in the day, were Pokemon. I mean, not Pokemon, excuse me, Dragon Ball. And you know what I'm saying, pretending to charge up. I remember a lot of things, bro. You know what I mean? That I'm not gonna speak on right now, but even when we, you know what I'm saying, influence that, you know what I'm saying, that even to this day, like my favorite technique, not like just the move and stuff like that, but like, or not like just like a transformation or anything, right? But just my favorite technique of all time. One of them, I would even say like my second favorite technique of all time, is the Kaioken. I think that the Kaioken is so cool. I think that it's such a high risk, high reward type of thing that like, you know, when a character uses it, it's like it's all or nothing. It's nerf or nothing. Like, you know what I mean? It's all or nothing. It's go big or go home. It's like when your back is against the wall, this is the comeback. And either you take the comeback and you take the risk for the comeback, you know what I'm saying? Or you try to play it safe and stuff like that. And Goku would use that Kaioken, you know what I'm saying? And he would push himself beyond his limits, you know what I'm saying? And like it was once again a high risk, high reward. So it's like you gotta risk it for the biscuit. You gotta do what you can in the moments. You feel me? And Kaioken is so cool. It's like a multiplier, so you can like you know, I guess hone in that energy and like, you know what I'm saying, multiply your power by as many times as you want. You know what I mean? It's so cool in my opinion, man. It's like I know in Dragon Soul, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to stack my Kaioken onto my Super Saiyan, and it's like, bro, it's just such a cool concept of a technique. You know what I mean? I like the red, you know, flaring aura. You know what I mean? And stuff like those. I also think that anime auras wouldn't be the same without Dragon Ball. Like I get it, it kind of mimics fire and like heat rising and stuff like that, but I feel like it would have taken a more spiky circle shape, you know what I'm saying? Rather than the classic Dragon Balls, like, or not Dragon Balls, but the classic Dragon Ball, like energy flowing up type of aura. I don't know. I feel like Dragon Balls has such an influence on my childhood as well. And, that little, aura thing is about, the previous thing, about it influencing and impacting other, you know, things within the genres that of like media and entertainment that it like, that it's related to, you know what I'm saying? When whether it comes to video games, anime, cartoons, all that. Even you even see references to it from cartoons that have nothing to do with like anime or shonen or like action or nothing like that because it's a Dragon Ball and like everyone knows it, you know what I mean? People say who's a person that can probably beat Superman, it's Goku. They don't even talk about Batman. You know what I'm saying? If it's not Batman, we don't talk about Wonder Woman, Flash, none of them. It's just Goku. You know what I mean? And a lot of that is due to the fandom, but yeah, and it's like a lot of characters. Yeah, Saitama's kind of become the one that like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Saitama has kind of become the character where it's like, okay, maybe we can't, maybe he can beat Goku, but it's like nobody can beat Saitama if they don't go through Goku first. Like he's now like the barrier, essentially. You know what I mean? I just think that overall, he's helped like Dragon Ball, like once again, like this is to ignore like the Dragon Quest series, which has a big influence in Japan. This is to ignore Chrono Trigger. This is to ignore Sandland and all these other creations, Doctor Slump that Akira Toriyama has made. Just Dragon Ball alone, which is his biggest project. You know what I'm saying? Has just done a lot. You know what I mean? Um, and it's even affected people's lives. You know what I'm saying? And it, just that alone is so interesting. It has affected people's lives, and that's so interesting to me. You know what I mean? In such a positive way in so many people. You know what I mean? And why is it though Akira Toriyama? Like why are we putting so much emphasis on him and his creations and stuff? Is because mangakas are special because they have such control over their stories and their characters that not really many others within cartoons, anime, video games, or like media really has unless you're like a solo developer. You know what I mean? For example, like the closest person to that is like Stan Lee, right? In terms of comics, right? And in terms of video games, the only person I can think of is like Shigeru Miyamoto, who's made Mario, Donkey Kong. I'm pretty sure Zelda. Like, you know what I mean? Like when he passes away, that's a big thing for video games, right? But video games is a different thing because you may like a story of one game, but don't like the gameplay of it. So you might just not play the game. You know what I mean? Or you may like the gameplay of a game, but not really care too much about the story. But when it comes to like animes and mangas, it's all focused on the story. You know what I mean? And how the story plays out and the action and the choreography, sure, but all those things also apply to like video games, right? It just except the choreography. Well, even choreography is mostly just like button inputs and fields and stuff. But still, my point is that you could argue that for other people, but like people have already taken up Zelda, people have already taken up Mario, people have already taken up, Spider-Man in them, and it's sad to see their creators if they go or saying that they've already passed on. But something about manga and anime is like my thing is that there's so many Spider-Mans, you know what I mean? Like there's Miles Morales, there's this Peter Parker, that Peter Parker from this world, this story, that story. What if Spider-Man was like this and that? Like Stan Lee isn't the Spider-Man guy. He just made the concept and the character of Spider-Man. And Shigeru Miyamoto isn't the head honcho for Mario. If Nintendo wanted to, they will make a Mario game, you know what I'm saying, in their image, regardless of its Miyamoto's image. But I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but for Dragon Ball Super Superhero, it was supposed to be just really a Piccolo movie, It was supposed to be a Piccolo movie, but the guy or the director or somebody was who like a major person I think in the movie making it was talking to Akira Toriyama and was asking him, please, like, let's do something crazy with Gohan. Let's like make him also the focus of the story, please. And Akira Toriyama was like, okay, and he, you know what I'm saying, he you know what I'm saying, made Beast Gohan in that, you know what I mean. But it was supposed to originally, from my understanding, be a Piccolo movie. All this to say is that, you know what I'm saying, DC doesn't have to go through Spider Man, or it doesn't have to go through Stan Lee. You see what I'm saying? Like DC doesn't have to go through Stan Lee. You feel what I'm saying? Bars, but like, DC doesn't have to go through Stan Lee. Bars. You know what I'm saying? Once again, bars, but um, DC doesn't have to go through Stan Lee to make a Spider-Man story. You're right, or it's like to add things to like Spider-Man. From my understanding, you know, Nintendo doesn't have to go through Shigeru Miyamoto to about the story of Mario. You know what I mean? And in a similar sense, it's like they entrust you know, Stanley and Shigeru Miyamoto. At least I can somewhat say that at least they trust Shigeru Miyamoto to make these sort of things, but it doesn't. He's not. They don't own these characters. Akira Toriyama owns these characters, right? He owns Goku. Like, in order to do something with a movie that he's primarily writing and stuff like that, and he's making the story for, instead of just shoehorning in Gohan for themselves and making up a random form, they have to ask him first. It's his story. And it's that control and that ownership of the story, of him being the author of the story, that gives him so much more of a greater, like, you know what I'm saying, impact. Yes, there's also editors and stuff that help him, and there's also people like Toyo Taro that help him with like art and like story and all that. But I at least assume that he also helps with story. But it's Akira Toriyama's mind and imagination that makes these characters, makes these forms, makes these stories. Even if he does forget some, it doesn't change the fact that it's still all his. Like, in order to make something when it comes to Dragon Ball and make it like like a canon official thing, you have to go through Akira Toriyama. Right? He's the one that's gonna make it official and canon. So when you have that level of control, right, it means that you really are the main person, right? And you are the person who's made this impact onto people's lives. It's not just the team at Dragon Ball, because they're not the ones that made these stories, not to be rude, right? It's him. He's the one that made these stories, maybe with a group of editors, sure, but at the end of the day, if he really wanted something, I'm sure he'd be like, nah, 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 we gotta add it like this. And they would work around his perspective. You know what I mean? Or they would polish up his work and like work based off of his perspective. The point is that he is, or maybe a different perspective, sure, but just for polishing reasons. They wouldn't just say no, don't do this, like that's, you know what I'm saying, like they would, you know what I'm saying, he writes the story, they polish it. So it's like, if he's the one that makes the story, it makes everything canon. That just means a lot of the things that you love about Dragon Ball, about Dragon Ball Z, and that is based off of like him and his imagination. And because of that, you give him a lot more credit for the things that happen in Dragon Ball, for the things, for the reasons. Look, listen, look, I got it right now. You give Akira Toriyama, because of all these things that I mentioned, more credit in terms of the reasons why you like Dragon Ball than you do someone like Stan Lee for the reasons why you like Spider Man, or say Shigeru Miyamoto for the reasons why you like Mario. You know what I mean? I would say even less so for video game franchises, but my point is because of the reasons that I listed, you give more credit to someone like Akira Toriyama. You know what I mean? So like, it's just amazing to see someone leave such impact, because so many people of so many cultures have grown up watching Dragon Ball. It's like a gateway to stuff like anime, and it's he's considered the goat in this sort of stuff. And although it's not as complex and as deep rooted as, say, something like, I don't know, like, it may not be as world expansive as One Piece. It may not be like as gritty or grim as say JJK or Jujutsu Kaisen, right? It doesn't have such a crazy intricate power system like JJK or Jujutsu Kaisen, uh, like JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen, or Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter. Um, but it's still such like a whimsical, just fun story to watch, read, listen to, stuff like that. It's taught people like valuable lessons, and overall, like even though I'm kind of ignoring that, I mean, like it's very clear most cartoons and stuff do try to send a message, but it's these messages of someone starting from the bottom and making their way up that even now you see so often it's shonen. You feel me? It's like it's not about you trying to maintain the top spot. No, you oftentimes see the underdog esque story or someone in the come up, right? Someone on the rise, on the grind of trying to be the best that they can be. It's like so many lessons and stuff that he has done that has impacted people in such a way. And that's the past segments of this video. But what about the present? And I guess what I've been thinking about is I kind of want to do that. Like, I kind of want to, well, let me dial it back to kind of address what I was talking about before. You attribute so much to Akira Toriyama in terms of what you like about Dragon Ball that by losing him and his vision for the series, his imagination and stuff like that, you do feel like an element of Dragon Ball is lost forever, right? It's just gone. And you feel like Dragon Ball may never really be the same again, or at least not be in the same whimsical image that he had. You know what I mean? So there is like there is like a tribute to like your mind or in your mind that you give a lot of credit to Akira Toriyama. Therefore, you feel like some aspect of Dragon Ball is lost because that aspect of what made Dragon Ball likable to you was because of him. And now that he's gone, that also means those aspects are also kind of gone, or that potential for those like for more whimsical things to pop up in the story that you would like is also gone. It's just you feel like a part of Dragon Ball has left, and it's sad. But once again, I this is mainly also not just about his works, but also just about him. You know what I'm saying? I remember going to the library recently. I didn't even though the library like the library I go to is cool. They let you play some games there. I didn't even play any games. I went there. I picked up a Sonic comic, looked at it a little bit cool, or I looked at like the cover or something. Looked at a couple things too. But I already knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to just go and just pick up either Dragon Ball. I really wanted Dragon Ball Z, even though I did see Dragon Ball Super and I did kind of look through it a little. I picked up a Dragon Ball Z volume. I think it was volume two, and it was so interesting to just read the first page about like the second paragraph was about Akira Toriyama, but the first part was just like him just talking about how he hates winter. He's like, I hate winter. You know, people ask me to go skiing, and I'm like, why would I ever go to a place that's super cold when I already hate the cold? But I really love summer. I love when it's hot. You know what I'm saying? I love the summertime. And he says that that is the reason why most of the time in Dragon Ball or in Dragon Ball Z, it's not winter. I don't even think that there is ever a winter episode in there. So it's kind of interesting. You know what I mean? It's kind of interesting to think about. But he's like, yeah, like that's probably why you don't see me draw winter stuff because I don't like winter. Like or like I don't like the cold. He's like, now if only there was some way to deal with mosquitoes. You know what I mean? And it's I don't know. It was just like a little thing that's just like a little insight to it. I don't know. I really do appreciate that sort of stuff. Me personally, you know. But yeah, like it just seemed like he was just kind of like a silly dude, goofy dude. He seemed like someone that a lot of people looked up to, and yeah, overall, his mind, I feel like, definitely was very creative. You know what I mean? And very, um, you know what I'm saying? I guess out of the box, at least for that time, Dragon Ball I feel like was out of the box. It wasn't like Sailor Moon or stuff like that. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho, sure, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, overall, I feel like it was just different. And I feel like it shaped up for what a lot of, you know what I'm saying, shonen is. which is really cool. And I do like shonen; it's my favorite genre of anime and manga. So yeah, there's a lot of thanks to give. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. You know what I mean? Yeah, and thanks for all the cool things that I like about in Dragon Ball and other things. I've always wanted to play Chrono Trigger and Dragon Quest too, so it'd be kind of cool to play Dragon Quest 11 or other games along those lines. I do also want to play Chrono Trigger too, even though I'm not an RPG guy. I've always wanted to play Chrono Trigger. I thought it looked cool, so it's like I don't know. I try to get invested into the story and stuff like that. But yeah, um, let's talk about the present aspect now. You know what I mean? Um, I've kind of been thinking about it. It's like I was saying before, like, yeah, I kind of want to, what I'm saying, well, before we get into the present, what I'm saying, that's what I was thinking of, or that's what I was talking about. But before that, I kind of want to talk about what I want to do, right? Like originally, this video was just gonna be about me talking about what I want to do with this channel, right? And what a, what I'm saying, like me streaming was gonna be like the last announcement. But now it's like there's other things that I want to do now too. Like I want to make. I guess why I talked so much about Akira Toriyama was that, or is about, or is that, uh, because I really wanted to explain that he's one of the most influential and impactful peoples in the world through media, and he's shown that you can create someone like him without even really knowing created such an impact that's revolutionized so many things and has impacted so many people's lives a lot, way, I would argue, a lot more in a positive sense, especially throughout Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. But my point is that, I would only assume he's it's been way more positive of an impact. And my point that I'm trying to make is that he's really shown that you don't have to be a world leader. You don't have to be like a conqueror. You don't have to be like this, like crazy overpowered, not overpowered, but like you don't have to be this like dude in like some crazy power position. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You don't need riches and fame and stuff like that. Obviously, like for marketing and stuff, sure, but like through media, through storytelling, he's managed to create like he's probably the one of the most influential men ever in terms of time. The amount of people that he's affected, the industries that he's affected, and has made an impact on is incredible. Is remarkable, and he's living proof of you can do it too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he was. I'm pretty sure he expected Dragon Ball to like not last as long. Like he expected it to just be like a short series, but he made one of, if not the biggest and most recognizable mangas and animes of all time. You know what I mean? And has revolutionized, anime and manga, and it's like and shonen in general. So it's like I don't know. A part of me is just thinking right now, or has been thinking about what I want to do, and I've always been into like storytelling and stuff like that. And I don't know. I want to do what he did, if that makes any sense. Like I want to make a similar impact on the world. You know what I'm saying? To where by the time that I die or that I'm near death, that so many people could wish goodness upon me. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do that. You know what I mean? And obviously, like, it's hard, right? Like, earlier on, I'm saying, sure, but like, this is the age of the internet. People don't really be trying to watch cartoons, people trying to watch, streams and stuff like that. What I'm doing right now. But, you know what I'm saying? My point is that I want to just affect more than just a Western market or like a Western group of people or like the Western world. I want to create more than just an impact on the Western world. I want to make a worldwide impact. I want to do what he did, where he can get your mind off of things 20 minutes a day. I think like Nanogetics or someone else said, just for 20 minutes a day, just get your mind off of things and just, what I'm saying, live in the hype that was Dragon Ball and stuff like that. And just, what I'm saying, stuff like those. I want to be able to do that. Maybe even make a series of my own, you know what I'm saying? that I've already kind of thought of. And as a creative, me personally, I'm like, yeah, I think this is something that I want to do. You know what I mean? It's like that doesn't mean that I'll change my plans. Like I still want to stream, you know what I'm saying? But there's also other things I want to do. I want to make a story most likely, maybe even like through 3D animation. I do have Blender on my computer, even though it doesn't show anymore. I still do have Blender on my computer. You know, or I can just do like manga or just like 2D animations, make a game. I don't know. And although it is like because I'm Muslim, there are like certain like I guess parameters or like certain restrictions that I have to be mindful of. But yeah, like overall, I do want to make an impact of that. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just want to make that. I want to make that impact. I want to be able to help people be happy, even if it's just for a small moment after an episode. It's just that temporary, not even temporary, but just that moment within the episode that you feel like there's nothing like in your mind you almost like just forget about everything and it's just about this. I don't know if neglect, I don't think neglect is the right word, but I think just forget about everything and just focus on this one thing. You know what I'm saying? This hype that's going down right now, this battle, whatever it may be. I want to do that. You know what I mean? And I want to make that impact on the world. And I don't know if I'll stop. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'll stop until I do that, but yeah. So I don't know. I just kind of thought about it, and hearing Akira Toriyama's story and like how many people he's like inspired and helped. You know what I'm saying? In life throughout, like throughout people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Or in like certain parts of their life, or within certain parts of their life through his works. You know what I mean? Through his work, through his works, through his projects and his, you know what I'm saying? His, you know what I'm saying, stories and stuff. I want to do that. You know what I mean? I want to do that, but I just got to figure out how. Yeah, I want to do that. It's just, but I got to figure out how. And I think I kind of know like a direction I want to go in, but that's just something that I've just been thinking about. What? What fell down? What fell down? Oh, okay. I think a pen fell down. I've been under that blanket for way too long. Listen, okay. I'm gonna just speak like this from here on out. But yeah, well, actually, let me go back under the blanket, just for a moment, okay, just for a moment, because I also need to talk about at least one more thing. What is this? What is this channel? You know what I mean? What do I plan on doing here? One, probably plan on using this channel for, like I was saying before, making an impact. That thing that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, or however, you know, which way or however way I, you know, discover it or do it, you know what I'm saying? I probably would want to do it on this channel. But initially, this isn't really a Sonic channel. Let's talk about it outside of all this. Even though we're almost done with the present part, we are almost done. Yeah, it's just this isn't really a Sonic channel, but I'm a big Sonic fan. Same way how this isn't gonna be a Pokemon channel, but I'm a big Pokemon fan. This isn't gonna be a fighting game channel, but I'm a big fighting game fan. You know what I'm saying? And this is going to be just like a clips and like type of channel and stuff like that of like stream highlights or whatever. But I also probably won't, you know what I'm saying? I probably will be doing that, you know what I'm saying? Not won't be, but probably will be doing that. Like this channel is just going to be me doing whatever I want, you know what I mean? And I just hope that some of y'all stick around to see that if you like it. And if you don't like it, I mean, I don't got a gun to your dog, you know what I mean? Like you're free to leave, but you're free to leave. But it's like, you know, it's just one of them things that's just like, at least hope that you stay, or I can at least hope that I give you a reason to at least sometimes come on by. You know what I mean? But yeah, but I kind of just want to do whatever I want to do, make content and stuff. That's pretty much it. Just make videos, live stream. You know what I'm saying? Do all that. But yeah. Um. Also, one more time, let's talk about the future and stuff like that. Yeah, when it comes to like streaming and stuff, I do have a couple of things that I will say. I do kind of hold a Etika sort of mentality, rest in peace, I'm saying Joy-Con boys forever, of course. My condolences to his family and friends as well. But yeah, Joy-Con boys forever. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to like people probably watching my stuff, if you do decide to watch my stuff and you want to like clip stuff, that's cool. So as long as you're not just re-uploading the whole VOD or the whole live stream, right? If you want to re-upload like chunks of it, like if I'm playing like a new game or something, cool. You know what I mean? And things along those lines, I'm fine with. Um, and yeah, I feel like those type of things would be fine. If you want to, for example, like take like a portion of I'm playing like a new game and you want to like highly edit it and like what I'm saying, make it into its own video, you can do that. And if there ever comes a point to where like you monetize off and you actually make a little side hustle, like maybe even like a main job or dinero stuff like that, by all means, you know what I mean? Like I'm not a stingy guy, you know what I mean? It's just if I say something like, yo, like I'm gonna make a video on this, or yo, like, what I'm saying, just let me know. Just ask. You know what I'm saying? Even if I don't say, just ask and I'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, y'all can take it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something like, okay, I kinda wanna make a video on this because this is kinda cool, you know what I mean? Or you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you feel me? Like I would just like respectfully ask that like, you know what I'm saying, you may take certain things down if it's just like exactly what I was gonna do. You know what I mean? Or I'll just upload my thing and who really cares? I'll probably just leave your thing alone. I'm probably not gonna really ask a lot of people to take stuff down because it's like I don't know. I feel like it's cool. Like I remember the days of like being in Etika stream and there'll be like regulars in there. You know what I mean? Who have made like clips and like who made videos on his like streams and stuff like that. And I really appreciated those videos because then I wouldn't always be able to catch the streams. And at the same time, like it gave more of a like a better sense of community doing that, and that's something that I want for these streams and stuff, you know, and that's something that I want for these streams and stuff. Oh, sorry, no, I gotta swallow a burp. But yeah, that's just one of the things that I want for my streams and stuff. Um, another thing is um, like just enjoy. You know what I mean? Like I really don't care if you super chat, if you donate, like that's not what's really important to me. I just kind of want you to just enjoy the same way how even if you don't subscribe after watching my videos or you don't like, it doesn't matter, right? I just hope that you just enjoy, you know what I'm saying, what it is that I make or what it is that I do. And I just hope that you enjoy watching. You know what I mean? So I don't want you feeling obligated to help me just because I'm small. And don't assume that I'm also doing things to try to earn your like money or something like that. If you want to donate, that's cool. We won't be able to accept it anyways, but you'll feel what I'm saying. Yeah, well, I don't have like a online bank and stuff like that, so I don't have that set up. Therefore, I probably won't be able to accept donations, but that's not, what matters. That's not the point. And throughout this whole streaming stuff, I kind of want to learn, even on and off stream, to just be a better person. You know what I mean? I want to learn on and off stream to be a better person, to, it's Ramadan, you know what I'm saying? And I want to spend that time to kind of be the best I can be and learn to not only just be the best I can be, but also to sustain it post Ramadan because, you know what I'm saying? Or post Ramadan because, Ramadan, it's, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, post Ramadan, it's like scenes just start, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you start like, man, I can do it just like for the one time, you know what I mean? And then it's like boom, all of a sudden now it's like a whole month just never happened. Um but yeah, I want to learn to be like the person that I've always wanted to and set myself out to be. So, or the person that I've always wanted to be and the person that I've always wanted to set myself out to become or to be. But yeah, I think that's the end, or I think that's the finished portion of the. Wait. Let me go back under the blanket. Hold on. Let me think. And yeah, enjoy the streams. I don't know, but yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the end of the future portion, and I already finished the present portion. If I didn't say that already, with what I was saying before, and yeah, I think it was getting kind of hot in there. I'm not gonna lie, or under there, not in there. What? Look, uh, that's pretty much it. That's all that I want to do. That's all that I really felt like talking about right now in this video. I hope to God I upload this before the 10th. You know what I mean? I hope I condense all this and upload this. I'm sorry if this doesn't have crazy edits and stuff like that, especially during like the more like somber moments, like talking about the past and you know what I'm saying, and the you know what I'm saying, the more sentimental type of moments of talking about the present and you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you feel me? And like if you think that this is more of just rambles, it probably is. Um, but yeah, I really thank you so much for watching. If you've even made it this far, I don't know how long I've been recording for. Let's see here. 6 minutes. Caps. No, it's only been 6 minutes. Cap. No, it hasn't. Listen, bro. Something must have happened to the audio, bro. It must have crashed or something. You feel me? Um, but yeah, if you're seeing this, I appreciate you. Regardless, even if you're seeing this in the future, maybe even days after, you know what I'm saying, I be streaming, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, maybe even a year after, you know what I mean, I still appreciate you for watching nonetheless. You feel what I'm saying? Because I talked about more stuff than just streaming and stuff like that. So yeah, um and yeah, that's that's pretty much it. Like I appreciate y'all, you feel me, I appreciate y'all for watching, you feel what I'm saying. um and yeah, hope to see y'all later. Peace. I don't know. If you want to know about some of the stuff that I'll do, I'll probably talk about it on stream. In terms of like off stream, like some things to better myself, just like learning about stuff like working out, you know, getting into a little bit of that habit, and then being able to, once I can eat throughout the day, bounce off, you know what I'm saying, Ramadan and like Eid and stuff, and that little more so the workout, small workouts I be doing throughout then, and then being able to bounce off that after Ramadan, after Eid, and being able to just, you know what I'm saying, really pick up from there and stuff like that. Um, meditation, you know, self control is a big one. You know what I'm saying? Being able to not just let my desires and stuff like that get the best of me. I don't want to just be playing video games for like all the way up to 6 a.m. all the time. I got to be able to say, nope, I'm going to bed. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, I appreciate y'all so much, genuinely. If you're watching this right now, I appreciate you for watching. Um, let me know, I guess, in the comments, not for algorithm boost, just let me know in the comments, stuff about you. If you like the videos, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't, again, I don't really got an outro. You feel me? I really don't got an outro. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the whole video. You know what I'm saying? We're getting into 9 minutes. Stop. I'm rambling. I'm going off on a tangent. I'm rambling. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Uh, 10 minutes. We made it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you so much for Thank you so much for watching. You feel what I'm saying? Thank you so much for watching. And I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace. Oh, wrong one. Well, hold on. Yeah, 11 minutes. It's an hour and 11 minutes. I'm so dumb. I'm like, man, it's only been 11 minutes. This is light. I thought I was like, man, this is something light. This is something light. It's been an hour and 11 minutes. Dear goodness me. All right. Look, I'm gonna head out. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.